you know, one of the reasons we're doing this series, this comedy career series, is because we found that a lot of younger performers don't have the mentors that a lot of professionals saw they needed and or had or didn't have. So this is kind of like, you know, a lot of people here. And one of the things that I wanted to bring up was that this kind of ties in that you're an advocate for larger people out there. So first of all, thank you for that. But also then for stage performers, how do you use your size for your advantage to like towards your advantage? How do you?
So,
That's
seriously, let me tell you right now, like my autobiography could be like, will never be a chorus boy. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like 6'4" and like 3 something, like dancing in the back. You notice me. And then you're staring at me all the time, like making sure you're like, does the big boy get that move? Oh, he kind of did it weakly. I can't. Like the pressure, I can't be a chorus boy. So it's like, that kills a lot of work for you, especially as a young performer. So you have to basically hone in on, I'm talking like young theater performers. First of all, hone in on the classics. Know your shit. You better know nicely backwards and forwards from Guys and Dolls, because when that opportunity comes up, it's going to be yours or it's not. So all of the big guys throughout history, nicely, you know, Max Bialystock, like we could go through all of the different musical theater big guys, Pseudolus and Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum. And a good way to do that is to say, hey, I love John Goodman. Did John Goodman ever do theater? What did he do? And then find out he's in Big River and then learn that part. Like, and that's kind of what I did too. And you just sort of start pulling, Jackie Gleason, take me along. I'm going to learn those words. And then like, and Zero Mostel, you know, like you have to find these people and then find out what they did, because those classics come around again. And that's a really great opportunity. If you can't sing, you need to know Shakespeare. I'm sorry. Because Shakespeare and musicals will always feed you. And it's great if you know both. But if you're not a musical theater actor, become a Shakespeare one. You can do as many plays as you want. But Shakespeare and musical theater are the two trades of doing theater out there, because there'll always be a job for you. And what's great about Shakespeare is there's only so many plays with so many parts. So you do a couple of them, you know them, you can literally jump in with a day's notice without having the actor's nightmare I had to have.
So would you say a tip for like, you know, younger performers as far as like auditions would literally be to know as much as you can before those auditions even come up, and then when those auditions do come up, play your hand as hard as you can?
If you're a musical theater actor, there's a different conversation for everyone right now, you know. So if anyone has a specific they want to know, I can maybe give you like a course for a medium. But since we're talking about musical theater, let's just touch on that. If you're a musical theater actor, you need to get like the book on the American Book of Musical Theater and like break it all down. You know, there's like musical theater dictionaries. You need to like have that stuff on hand at your house. Like you could also Google, you know, which is really great, but it's awesome to see everything and have it tangible and take notes. They break down now online for you. You can watch everything. There's like no excuse.
Right.
So it's like, if you're auditioning for something, yeah, obviously like study it, find out about it, whatever you can. But even beforehand, you should do something every day for your career as a performer. So if you're like sitting there and you're just like, what do I do today? I don't have a job. Like, you know, I'm like, I really want to get a gig and it's so sad. Then I should learn about Take Me Along starring Jackie Gleason. And that's something I could do that day that'll help my career. Is I'll be like, check, another one. And literally if you have, I think it's called Hansel's Guide to the Musical Theater, which is like the definitive book. Like if you have something like that, you could put like a notation and say, got that one. And then you have to research and get the sheet music. And then you have to cut it and highlight it. And then you have to put it in your book. And then you have to learn the song. And then every once in a while, you have to find a way to practice it, take a voice lesson, do something. And then when the opportunity comes, you'll be ready and you can get the part. But if you're just like waiting for it to come up and then I guess I'll sing this. I always sing this. And you show up and you're not getting it. Fuck you for not doing the work. I'm sorry. Like I bust my ass and everyone else is busting their ass. It's like, if you bust your ass, you get the part, you know? And that's what's crazy is when you get to like a level that I'm at right now, you don't want to work as hard. You're like, I already did it. Can't you see I'm good? Like, I got to do this again. I just did this on that show and you want me to play the same part and you don't listen. And pretty soon you get frustrated. And that's what people mean by like bitter or jaded and da-da-da-da. And you just can't help it. I've got so many chips on my shoulder that I'm with that kind of stuff that I probably would work more if I still had the advice that I would give to a young person. but I don't have it, or a person that's new in the industry, you still have it. You still have that drive. Like, do it and try not to lose that drive.